So the U.S. in December came out of the blue and banned 140 Chinese company from semiconductors from attaining microchips. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So did a little deep dive. So basically, they want to put a stranglehold on China developing, like going more deep dive into like AI, just electronics. They want to keep a military edge and also a technological edge over China. And I go, shit, that's it's
Who implemented this?
Biden, U.S. But out of the blue, why now? Why at this point? And the whole time I'm thinking, also because of Taiwan, that's maybe to do a stranglehold because now they're trying to take away. They want to protect Taiwan from China, and also just stop access from China getting microchips and stuff. Then I took a deep dive and realized that China, well, not a deep dive, but then China also said, you know what? You don't do that to us. We're not gonna give you the key elements to build microchips and semiconductors, which is stuff like gallium, germanium, antimony, and graphite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, what's the big deal? And then check this out, man.
Is that the only country in the world that has those?
Graphite, there's one mine in North Carolina or South Carolina, and it got flooded in last flood there. Huge disaster. But it's top security. Like if you have to fix anything in that mine, you have to be blindfolded in order to get in. It's top. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Check-in Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. Checking accounts. Dive into the world of finance and economics, baby. Let's go. Big money. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out.
Found this fascinating. And look at this. These are like the key components to make semiconductors. Look at germanium. China's 86% of it.
That's why green line is important, by the way.
Gallium, 98% of the world. Gallium converts electricity to light and is used in a wide range of electronics.
Oh my God.
So this is going to be a crazy trade war. So,
on the minerals.
They have
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan, yeah. Heard of these guys? Yeah.
No.
Never heard of
it's
them.
like
They must be in like South
it's
Russia.
like a part of that
or something.
Kazakhstan and
Yeah.
Turkmenistan.
It's a
and-
Persian-
It's a stand.
It's
all
part of the
the
Persian
stands,
Empire
yeah.
back in the day.
Well, it's part of the Soviet Union,
Yes.
and when they fell apart, all these countries appeared. And I just wanted to bring it up that this is going to be a crazy kind of like standoff, like technology-wise. And I want to bring it to you, Steve, because this is going to affect the whole Remember, you were showing us a lot about semiconductors and the rise, and there's going to be a big impact on that whole Nvidia and.
Yeah. I think the dangerous whole market. Never mind. All these chips is going to affect.
These are like chips.
All important companies. Imagine Tesla. Imagine all these companies that rely on your on chip making.
This is going to affect the whole world.
Going to slow down the whole process.
So the United States has the
Even
technology.
regular cars like Toyota, they all have
Sure.
chip.
So why?
Everybody has.
Why did Biden, his administration, decide to do this?
Because because right now China is one of those the second biggest military in the world, and they're really building a military. And now the military is all about AI. It's all about the technology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is one way they want to because everyone knows it's no secret China wants Taiwan. Why does he want Taiwan? Taiwan's the number one chip manufacturer in the world. They're trying to change that now because there's too much dependent on Taiwan. Especially if China wants it, that would just mess up everything. But what blew my mind is like if China took Taiwan, and they have like 90% of all the materials to make the chip, right there, China wins checkmate the world, man. That would just
Everything would have to go through them.
United States is the forefront of making these chips, but if they don't have the materials to make it,
But that's it. But why? What was the decision? Why did the U.S. decide to?
because
Make this move.
I believe they don't want China to. I don't think China makes good quality chip making. They could, but they're not high quality. They're not as advanced as Taiwan and United States or other places in the world.
Okay.
So but China is getting better. I think this is probably just to give like a chokehold to maybe extended 10 years for them to be behind or something like that.
Try to push them farther behind.
And not push them far behind, but slow down
Slow them
their
down.
progress, right?
It's kind of weird though that they have, like, what is it, 50% and more of all these things in their country.
Almost
Why is it weird?
100%.
Yeah,
gallium is
on
the-
that one, yeah. But I'm saying, like, in general, it's 50 to 100, almost 100% of all
Yeah.
Well,
these.
And
where
it's
they're located
shocking.
in the world, that's where it happens to be.
But what I don't understand exactly, but what I don't understand is they're the biggest suppliers in the world. Why don't they have the best people? The best.
Because China
manufacturers.
is a society that copies. They're not
Innovators.
they're not innovators. They have a big brain drain. I guess it's the communist education or something like that. They don't have
And they're not
cutting edge
visionaries.
fucking technology. Exactly. Like United States, Western, Germans, they're like these guys changed. Japan for sure.
Yeah.
China doesn't have that. China is good at taking your product and copying it and
Yeah.
making their own version. They're good at
The
copying.
cheaper version of it.
They're good at copying, but they're not innovative in that sense.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to be innovative. You see all these like new electric cars, these robots coming out. They're big on mining, artificial intelligence. They're going in that sector, and this is a way to kind of slow them down a bit.
They are biggest buyers of.
They're the biggest buyers, I think, of everything,
Everything.
in the world. If they're
But-
not making it, they're buying it. Fuck.
They're strategically buying gold. Citizens are also
Fresh
encouraged.
water, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, just imagine. Just wanted to put this in your head. Like, imagine China successfully takes Taiwan. It's literally checkmate for the future.
Think?
How could you make chips if you don't have access to the minerals, right? The fundamental elements to make a CPU, to make basically the brain of every electronic, right? What are you gonna do? Yes, you have the technology to make it, but if you don't have the materials to make it, and now China is the best at making chips and has 70, at least on average 75% of the minerals, that's a fucking. That's why Taiwan is super important. Now that I saw this, now it's super important.
Did
to
your
Taiwan.
Nvidia?
That was my point with the semiconductor. So look out for that. So if you ever hear why we're going to war and why Taiwan is a big deal, that's why.